Hey everybody, how are y'all doing? It says that we are live, and I am assuming that Caz, are you alive?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
live. I'm alive.
All right, all right. I just wanted to make
Cool.
sure. Welcome everybody. How are y'all? Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you're adjusting to the new temporary normal because I don't think that anything's going to stay in any one particular way very long. So, strap in, folks. Hey, this is what we came here for, and what a ride. So I just want to invoke favor upon everybody, abundant favor. Big Al, speaking favor over you and your partner there as y'all are heading. Let me tell you what, Big Al's on the front lines. My healthcare workers, food delivery, these people deserve all of our thoughts. But Al is driving. He's a over the road truck hauler. And folks, after what I saw today, wow.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, Al, we just speak favor and protection over you and your partner. And welcome all the moderators. Thank you all for joining us. And y'all know Caz. Y'all see her all the
Hi
time in the
everyone. Hi
chat.
chat. How you
And
doing?
she's one of the family. So how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I've been busy dancing, writing music today.
I
So,
love it. You know.
yeah.
So, Kaz,
It's
we talk about favor all the time. And the last time I saw you, you were in a different location and you were just telling me the story, which folks is favor in action. You have a new place.
I do. I have a little cottage in the countryside, 2 bedrooms, and it's all mine to myself. I don't have to share, so
It's all
I love
yours.
it. It's all mine, yeah. No. The only neighbours I've got are the people in the graveyard next door. That's one neighbour, and just the other side. That's it. And the church, I look out and at the back. But
How
yeah,
appropriate. The dead
yeah,
and the church. There we go. Yeah.
it's cool.
That is far out. So do you listen, if I was out in that type of environment, I'd be dancing, baby,
I
all over
do.
the place. Yeah, and I
I
bet
try.
you do, don't you, dear?
I try not to disturb the neighbours too much. You know what I mean? But the walls are thick, so it's good. I think
Well,
they like it anyway.
well, I think that there's probably a few in that in those graves that are going,
I
finally,
think they're
finally, someone.
lucky.
We've
They
been
are.
waiting.
Yeah, I tell you, I see orbs shooting around the room all the time while I'm playing it. At the corner of my eye, and I just say, I can see you. I know you're
Uh,
dancing.
they love to dance. They
they look,
do.
they look, they like the
So
vibration.
that looks like a beautiful place you have. I think it's
It's
you.
gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean, you've gone through a lot, and to
Yeah,
me, this is, I think it's wonderful.
yeah. It's really helped me get through my mum's passing,
Yeah,
because I wasn't in a very good place for quite a while because of being in the hospital every day, sleeping there for 7 weeks.
it
And
wears on
watching.
you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It was really hard to recharge,
Hmm.
and it was just watching slowly, my mum slowly suffer. It wasn't nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm getting strong again now, and that's what started my music writing, was after mum's death. So I put my focus into that.
Well, I got
Uh,
to tell you, your energy is beautiful. I've listened to a number of Kaz's songs. They're really far out there. You dance. I mean, you just feel like dancing. Which one was it? Was it Blue Bottom Boogie? Was which one?
bell, bell, bot, Bell
Bell
bottom
Bottom Boogie.
boogie.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I like
Yeah,
that one.
make the
Yeah.
names up because I choose the name because the instruments are certain names, and I just pick random words from what the instruments are on it, and then make the name of the tune.
It
And it
worked.
normally has something to do with boogie or funky or
it was
yeah,
it was perfect. In
yeah,
my
it's good.
youth, that's all we had. I mean, we had bell-bottom jeans, and I actually
Yeah.
had a pair of blue suede boots, laced up boots that went up, past my calf. And, those boots were really great for
Awesome.
dancing. I
They
had
were
some
like
blue suede shoes,
styling.
baby.
Yeah, dancing shoes.
I love it. People are getting there, that's what we're here about, folks, to kind of bring everybody up. I kind of titled this one, Are You Light or Dark? And because, the whole world's kind of facing this situation, and it's really about a choice,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, I look at it as a vacation, folks. It's a
yeah.
vacation.
Well,
Enjoy it,
I'm not.
you
I'm still
know?
at work.
You know?
But I
Eh,
love my job, so that doesn't, I like, I'm
so
glad
now
to get
you
that.
are considered probably now your country is locked down, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. They say if you go out, if you, and if you really have to, like work or things like that, else you could face a fine.
Mm.
That's what I heard. I mean, I don't have a telly. I haven't had for years.
Oh, well,
Um,
so you are so I mean, that folks, there's favor again. Kaz, I mean,
yeah, I
fantastic.
just 5 years I've not watched it, and it's the
Oh, you
best thing
see,
I ever did. Yeah,
far out,
yeah.
far out.
It totally releases that.
Yeah.
It's like you're a zombie. You're hypnotized to this morbid doom and gloom, like the news. It's like,
How it's almost getting like that. I went out this morning to the grocery store, and it's a totally different reality.
yeah,
Um, Very bizarre. I mean, I don't know what it is in your country, but here, um, I got there early. The store opened
yeah.
here at 7, and I got there at 6:30. I was number 6 at 6:30.
Wow.
The store opened up at 7, and these were all, oh, you had to be 60 years or older to get
Yeah,
in
we had
line.
that here.
Yeah, and by the time and they were only letting 10 in at a time, and when I went in, because I was the first group, the line had grown to over 60 groups of people, and the
Yeah.
stores, I
It's
don't know about
chaos, man.
have you gone to the store there?
I work well, I work for one of the biggest chains in England. It's called Tesco's, but I drive, so I do have to go through the store to get to my department. And I tell you, I put on my invisible bubble and just walk through. I'm invisible. I'm invisible. You can't see me. You can't see me. And I just sort of get into my bit, and I'm sort of, whoa, I'm here, and then that's it. It's all like jump in my van and get out of there. But oh crikey, I've never seen anything
So what are
like
you
it.
seeing in the stores there?
See, well, we used to be 24 hours, and now we shut at 10 at night and reopen at 6 in the morning. And the car park is just full at 6. The
Yeah.
queue in, the queue in with the trolleys, and then it's just like it's just who gets what first, and the aggression is. I tell you what, it's not this virus. It doesn't bother me at all. It's people's behaviour, how they're reacting, that is the more concerning.
Yeah.
It's just wow. If and also, if this gets any worse, I've got to think to myself, I'm an easy target because there's only me in the van, and it's full of everyone's food. I'm
Oh,
quite easy pickings, aren't I, really? But I'm
maybe
going to
they
get an
should
army
provide you with
there.
some protection.
Armoured guard.
I did not know that, but Kaz, yeah, I mean, that would make you a
Yeah,
value.
armed escort. But I do my own protection
Good. Well, we
every
just
day.
speak protection over you. Everyone in the chat room, everyone listening to it. Come on, folks. If you don't, I want to know why you don't. Got to invoke favor on Kaz here. I mean, sweetheart. So I just see
Cheers.
that I love how you said that invisible bubble. I love
Yeah.
that. So
It really works. Yeah.
it does, doesn't it?
I can do it to get out of store early as well, so none of the managers see me, and they just walk through. I'm invisible. I'm invisible.
You
It's great.
see, that I love this, Caz, because you're actually putting in operation. I actually do believe that you are. I believe that your manager could look right over where you were at and wouldn't see you.
Yeah, they don't. They don't. If you believe that, you've got to believe it.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, I've walked past 3 or 4 managers and I was leaving early, and I just thought, oh, I can do this. I can do this. They're not going to see me. They can't see me. And that's it. You go out the foyer and you're sort of like, you don't look behind you. And then you're in your car and you're out there. But because you've got a high vis on, you think, you can't, you think, crikey, I'm so bright because you're like a luminous yellow, but
Mm.
still invisible.
I love this.
It's brilliant.
We got Twisted It to be invoking peace and love and favor upon you. Everyone is in here.
Oh, thank
Folks, this
you.
is what it's really about. I mean, and you're in the same position as Al is, Big Al. Now,
Yeah,
yeah, you're carrying it the last mile. He's bringing it in to where
yeah.
it can be distributed.
I mean, if you've got your head screwed on and you wanted to get a Tesco van when it was most beneficial, if you book the first slot in the morning, if you know you've got like 9 o'clock about that time, it's around about when we start dropping off, between 8 and 9, you're guaranteed that if you get the van at that moment, you've got everyone else's shopping in there as well. But they've got to get through me first. I do get quite protective.
That's
But
when you
no,
really are going to see where you believe. I mean, that's
yeah,
all I'm saying.
you just see, like, if you've got a mother who's got hungry kids and you've got food,
Yeah,
they're going to get that, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And at the end of the day, I'd let them have it because,
Hey,
I
Miss
wouldn't.
Trina, how you doing, dear?
But
So,
it
yeah,
is a
you're
bit,
right. So
yeah,
are the stores here? It was real interesting because they're sparse. Our shelves are, and I talked to
yeah,
the assistant manager of the supermarket that I was in, and she made a statement. She says, "We can't stock because the trucks aren't coming in
yeah.
as they should." She said, I said, "Well, what would it take for you to get the shelves back what they were, 2 weeks ago?" And she said, quite literally, she said, "We would need to be shut down for 3 days." And she
Yeah.
said, "We would need on an average at least 12 trucks a day to
Wow.
restock." And I
Yeah.
said, "That's 36 trucks." She said, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah. I mean, our warehouse is empty. The
That's what
restocking
she
out
was
there,
saying. Their warehouses are empty too.
and the customers are going, "So, have you got any milk stashed out the back?"
Mm.
And you can see that they don't believe you, and you're not lying. You haven't. You've got nothing out the back. But it's not going to be long before they start trying to sneak through the double doors
Yeah,
and just go and look for themselves, because they've just got that. No, they just don't care.
yeah, yeah.
It is quite bizarre.
It is very bizarre. We're
The staff are
seeing
getting,
more people wearing masks now. I mean, it's a
yeah,
new reality for all of us.
it
Yeah,
is.
it is.
Yeah.
And if you don't have if you don't have a joy in your life, it's going to get very
It
troublesome.
could, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, could you imagine watching that doom and gloom in your face every day?
Oh,
Because it
Trina
is
and I
just,
were talking about that. That's
yeah,
like, it's just, when I was growing up, sci-fi was the big thing and they had a lot of
yeah,
B-rated movies, but it's like the guy who had these X-rays glasses and, and it was those, and this is what they're
yeah,
doing to your drilling in your head,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's like,
I
get the
know,
freak
yeah,
out of my head.
yeah. It just drives you utterly nutty, the telly. It used
Yeah.
to drive me so nutty. One time I nearly picked it up and just threw it out the window. because they're like the commercials, adverts that come on in your face
Yeah. Yeah.
constantly.
Yeah.
And they do it on purpose to make them so annoying, surely. Because it's like,
Caz, I
God,
tell you, I just love you, dear, because you are exemplifying exactly what we all need to do. You're in a state of
oh,
consciousness that I really dig.
thank you.
I'm just telling
And
you, I can see why the orbs are around you. The spirits love you.
they do. They
They
I've
do.
got a
I
house
know
full,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's no room for anyone to share. It's full.
So you actually have a lot. Hey, Flight Risk, how are you doing? I'm going to have Flight Risk on here. So y'all, we're going to actually have a lot of fun with this. So you actually have pictures that we can see.
I have an amazing video with
Excellent.
night vision that is just a blizzard shower of orbs coming at me.
Excellent.
So shall I pull it up?
I would love to see it, and I know everybody else is.
It's cool.
I was telling my wife Lynn last night. I said, the interesting thing is the quiet,
Uh,
and it's
I'm gonna
quiet
do it.
everywhere. Is it working?
Yeah, I've just been a bit dippy.
That's okay.
I've just
I
got to
love
get
that.
up. That's it. Oh, that's it. One moment.
Did anyone ever tell you have an accent?
No.
No, I've got the accent, right?
You've got the accent.
It's like, well, no, wait a minute.
Is it a nice accent?
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, there's
Oh, good.
just something about the British accent that has a certain je ne sais quoi to it.
Okay. I think, oh no, it's not that one. Sorry.
That's all right. We're
It's
just
this
having
one.
some tea.
Right. So
They
if
did
I
have my
turn,
tea.
can you see that?
Not yet. Did you
All
hit
right.
share?
Do I have to go into
Yeah.
Chrome?
Yeah, you have to go to share down at the bottom. There we
I
go.
did that. Yeah. Here we
Now,
go. Do you
now
see
there
that?
we go. Yes.
Cool.
Far out.
Right. Let me get a full screen on. This, right. I want to show you this video. I'll start with it because it is absolutely mind-blowing. Right.
Okay.
So this is with my night vision with infrared outside my old house.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just get it on full screen here. And the colour you see is what
Yes.
they're picking up, and the orbs are coming out from what is above me, basically. So that's the energy, and you watch the orbs they'll just
Look
come
at that.
out. And when you're filming it, you're just there with your mouth open going, wow. And
Look at
it's just whatever it is.
that is cool.
It's literally above my head.
So you're just
And
pointing the camera up.
yeah, I'm just holding it literally,
Yeah.
say 2-3 feet. It's above me, and that's what I can see.
I have a huge monitor behind my camera here, and it's you can really see that.
Brightness. But it is just mind-blowing to film, because once you catch it right, you can get the orbs that they're shooting over your face. You're just like, whoa.
Now that would be cool.
And
Look at that.
you can't, obviously, I've trained my eye to see it without the infrared, because I know what I'm looking for now. It's the energy I talk about that's like a wobbly.
I'd love to
sort of-
get you and Brian Lunsford together,
Yeah, Brian's cool.
I mean, the two of y'all with your energy, I mean, whoa, folks.
Yeah.
I'd bring a can of peas for admission to go see that. It's like, here, I got food.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
And that was too that I took a screenshot from the video of these orbs. They flew literally over the house, and I sort of followed them with the camera. And I was just, yeah. Well,
A question.
See how big they are.
Do you ever talk to them?
I talk to them all the time.
Okay.
because I can hear them and I can smell. They have that amazing smell.
And what does that smell like?
It smells like the divine. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's just the most beautiful smell in the world that
Yeah.
just fills your
Okay.
nostrils, and you can't get enough. You smell it and you're like,
yeah.
honestly, you get a blast of it all of a sudden, and you're like, whoa.
See, I'm glad you're mentioning this, Caz, because I have come into my office, which is really a temple in itself. But there have been times that I have smelled almond blossoms.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
See, I combine it with like, this is on my bed, this one, the snow orbs. Oh, let me turn the sound off. Okay. So I did it where I slow it down.
That's all right. We're back.
Replays. Oh,
Look at that.
Can you see? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's get it the quality better. But this smell is the most amazing scent. It's a bit like cookies and blossom.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Do you know what I mean? It's amazing.
It is. I mean,
it's unique.
look at that. Look at that one there. Oh, well, look at the other one there.
And it disappeared under my pillow. It sort of went. I slow it down and it's trying
That
to
is
follow
so
them.
cool. Look at that.
Isn't it? These are
hello there.
On my bed. They like my blanket. They seem to really like my fluffy blanket.
Well, and who wouldn't? I mean, I mean, come on.
But because of the fur.
Okay. Yeah.
When the energy is like, you can see the energy just moving over the blanket, and if they can bring out the features of what they look like. Sort of imprints into the fur, and it's constantly merging. So you never see the same face, and it is just amazing to watch.
I read recently that we're getting better to where we can actually now photograph the orbs, and there's no two that are the same.
No, I could quite imagine that.
Yeah, it's like snowflakes. There's no two that are the same.
That's right. Yeah. It's weird because when I first go out and film,
look at that.
It takes a while for them to sort of start with the orbs, and then sometimes I just basically point the camera straight up in the air directly above my head, and the orbs just start showering down on me, and I think, oh, there you are.
Well, I was just commenting. I was just thinking to myself, "Well, that one just photobombed you." You know, it's like, "Hey, babe, how you doing?"
And you can hear them getting more and more excited as you film them. It's like a high-pitched frequency tone, and you can hear like the communication of
far out
in your ears. It's definitely a frequency sound. There's no words, it's just sound. But different tones of, so you can hear the sort of communication, and it gets really
perfect sense.
Excited. You can hear how the excitement mood changes by the sound.
And the background is probably quiet too. You're out in the country, right?
Well, yeah. Sometimes I go right out in the middle of nowhere on my own, so I don't get the interference of people's lights coming on in the garden and that. Because with the infrared, you can't get a picture. If there's any light,
it distorts.
It really bright. Yeah, it's not good. So I go in the middle of nowhere on my own. It's cool. Like, no one's about. So, I'll show you some still pictures. Of what I took of the energy.
Look at the face in that one.
And you can see, like,
there's a face in that.
There's definitely a face in here, isn't there?
I mean, there is right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in
There's
fact,
probably a couple. I think there's one down here as well.
huh, I mean, that one you can
They
distinctly
merge.
see, yeah. It's almost like it
Yeah.
has wings.
I tell you what, some of them look very dragon-like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at that one.
Yeah, this one, for instance, it's got like the
Yeah.
face, yeah. And then, yeah, it's because the energy is vibrating so quick.
Hmm.
To get a pause on a still, every time you pause the video quick, they
Look
sort
at
of
the one, the
move in
bright one over there. Look at the face on that one.
this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it's clearly there is a face in that.
definitely. And the more you pause
Wow.
it and stop it, the faces change like in freeze
Mm-hmm.
frame. They're amazing. I spend hours looking at writing. You know, there's just so, the more you look at them, the more you see.
Yeah, I can see that.
And you see the lines across the screen.
Mm-hmm.
When the frequency gets really thick, like obviously there's a lot of it around me, I get this like interference of lines rolling down the screen of
Well, there
guys.
is there is clearly a square, but I'm beginning to see a cube, and it's very distinct.
Here,
Yeah, you can actually see the square. Yeah, there it is, and
yeah,
yeah, it's very distinct all the way over. Yeah,
yeah,
interesting. Yeah,
there's, yeah.
how
And if you look,
interesting.
even if you look at the bits here, like there's faces and faces and faces, yeah.
Seems like they're having a party.
This one's quite interesting.
This is very interesting.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
It's,
It's like looking at ink blots, it's like, it's going
yeah,
to speak to a person, look
I
at
think that
that.
was,
Yeah.
yeah. It's where it's just, there you go. That one's quite, can you see that all right?
I can. Um,
Yeah, because it's the light.
that is interesting. Oh,
That's
look
a
at
bit
this one.
dragony, I thought, that one,
Wow.
because it's peering down.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you can definitely see what would be considered eyes and
yeah,
yeah, the bridge of a
lots of
nose.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, that one is quite bizarre because I could see a big face here and
Yeah.
here, and yeah, then you see separate ones.
Huh.
It's quite bizarre.
Yeah. It's
If you did watch horror films like with monsters in, you could be quite freaked out. But luckily, I don't allow that crap in my head anymore. So
yeah, and
I've retaught myself not to associate it with scary movies,
when I think look
like
at
that
that.
one, because that could be quite freaky if you were easily spooked.
Well, I've learned that, what a spirit looks like, or, this one I would call
Yeah,
interdimensional beings.
I've learned not to judge
We're
now.
going to look like this.
Well, I keep thinking to myself, well, you might look absolutely terrifying to them.
Well, I told you what that one entity told me. I
What's
said, you
that?
may think that we're ugly, but
Yeah.
you really are ugly.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah. I do have just one thing to show you that I took a picture of in the
Sure.
sky.
What, you
This black shape I photographed,
look
and it
at
reminded
that.
me. It's amazing, isn't it? It's a bit like a sigil.
Can you blow that up?
Yeah, I've got others that is about as close as I could get, but that was the original distance
Look at
that I took the
that.
picture. Yeah,
Can you go back to that one where we could actually look?
and then that one there. That was I could get in without it. What other
Look
one?
at that.
There you go.
There we go. That's a dragon.
It's like you're absolutely right. Do
It's
you
a
know how
dragon.
I know? It is a dragon.
It is a dragon.
Because I showed this to Patrick yesterday and Caroline, and
Yeah.
Caroline got Patrick to connect with Penny, his sister, and asked if that was about this picture, and he said it was, yes. She said it is a dragon, and he said, can I connect with the dragon? And they went yes. And the dragon's name, the nearest translation he could give, is his name's Michael, and he's a black shiny dragon, and that's the dragon.
That's a dragon
It's
to me. I
amazing,
mean,
isn't it?
I'm picking it up. First when I first saw it, it was a dragon. There's a psychic connection to that thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, you pick up, for me, it was immediate. I mean, that is
yeah,
a dragon.
yeah. It is, and it
Well, so you
is.
got dragons, Miss
I've got
Caz.
I've got several. Apparently, Michael says that are always watching over me, and I've got a lot of frequencies around me. That's why I can see my walls wobbling all the time, because you've got immense
Fantastic. Could you
interest
send me
in
this? Can you
you.
send me this picture?
Of course I will. Yeah, absolutely.
Email it after the show, and
Sure. Yeah.
I'll use it through
Yeah.
my software.
Yeah. You can bring it up better
Look at
because.
that.
But yeah, I'll send you the original so you can zoom in better. But it's just.
Yeah, that
Do you
one
know
would be
what?
fantastic.
Yeah. And I remember taking it at the time.
Do you or you don't?
I do.
Yeah.
But this
Okay.
was taken a couple of years ago when I was delivering in my van.
Now, did you
And
feel compelled to stop or
I did. I stopped. I saw it. I saw this because I couldn't make it out with my eyes because it was
yeah.
bright. So I looked at it through the phone, and I thought, right, I'll have a good look when I get home at that, because I was just blown. I was blown away. I was like, what was that? Because I thought it wasn't a bird. It wasn't like a hawk hovering,
No.
and it was just blew me away at the time because I couldn't figure out its shape.
Yeah, and it's hard a lot of times when you're dealing with spatial distances as to how large something is. But
Yeah,
so this is magnified, and I come out of the
yeah,
video industry. So when I begin to make comparisons, I like to say, well, what is something that I can look at that I know is constant? Well, if you can see the weeds that are beginning
sure.
to arise in the back of the hedges back there,
Yeah,
so I can use that as kind of a reference, but the problem is I don't know how far it is from where that is.
yeah. I
It's
know
a
what you mean. I think
magnificent
it's quite
creature.
big
Yeah, I
because
think it is
that's the
too.
original.
Oh yeah, it's huge. I
Yeah,
mean, Caz, I
yeah.
want to come stay with you for a couple of weeks because obviously this is some far. I mean, get some equipment around you, and I
I've
think
got.
you.
You know what? That's why I love my job, because I'm outside in the countryside doing
Yeah,
deliveries, and that's when you see this stuff, man. And sometimes I'm getting late for my deliveries because I can't stop taking pictures, and I'm like, I really got to go.
I think
I've got to go, but look,
this is
so much going
fantastic.
on. It's amazing, isn't it?
Oh, it's more than amazing.
It
Um,
is. It's
I mean,
just
all I would say is that's the one I want you to send me is that one right
this
that
one.
now that
I'll send you all of them.
okay.
Yeah,
This is truly far out. I mean, this
it's far
really,
out.
yeah.
Do you know what? I don't think that we're seeing the whole of the dragon there.
Mm,
I think some of it is
it's
invisible, yeah, and that's just part of it.
yeah, yeah.
I captured before it totally disappeared, invisible to the eye. It
Hmm.
reminds me of the Eye of Horus as well.
It's very interesting. I can't wait to put it through some
It's
software.
cool, isn't it?
It's more
I
than
know,
cool.
because I thought to myself, I've seen this before, and I started looking at symbols, sigils and stuff, because it looks really familiar. But then, like you say, it's probably because it's a dragon.
Well, I contend that the dragons are interdimensional creatures.
Yeah, definitely.
I really do.
I see them all the time in the sky.
I'm telling you, I want to get you some equipment over there so you can.
I need just a permanent video strapped to my forehead. I do.
I love the energy, you know. It's like, well, I think you probably could go out into a field and you would be able to bring these beings.
Well, the dragon told me, I'll send you the audio that they sent me of the conversation with the dragon. They said Caz is really special. Her energy they're really attracted to my energy. And I've got several dragons that are watching over me all the time, and a lot of interest. And they said we're just waiting, not waiting, but being patient for Caz to get over her mum's death. And then she needs to crack on with her abilities, because she's got a legacy that she needs to sort, basically. And she'll find out in good time. She has great power and is very special. And I'm listening to this. This was this morning. They sent me this. And my heart nearly came out my chest in the energy, not through fear or worry, just through what the dragon was saying through Patrick.
Well, it's an amazing photo. I mean, like I said, I've got this.
And then get confirmation it is actually a dragon, and then talk to the dragon.
Well, I mean, the thought is not discriminatory in distance or dimensions.
No.
You know,
so
the masters are teaching us that thought can be carried as a message.
Absolutely.
Oh, that is.
Now this one is my favorite tree that you can see all the faces in.
A lot of spirits there.
A lot of things looking back at you. It's great. It's like the mouth and the eyes. I know. That is just amazing tree. It's just proof.
How big is this tree?
This tree was huge. I was in like a town park, and I was wandering around the like gardens and that, and I just felt like I was being watched, as you do, and I knew the trees. I've always been connected to trees. I'm a bit of a tree hugger anyway. And I took a photo. I took it over my shoulder. And that's what I got when I looked at it. When I got home, and I thought, I knew it. I could feel you. I could feel your eyes. And then
I count at least 4 that I have seen in there.
There's yeah.
This one has a lot of spirits. Been around for a while.
Yeah, I'd say it was huge, this tree.
Yeah.
It was very old. Now, this was at Sherwood Forest. Can you see? Can you see?
Yep, look at that. Yeah.
And here. They blend very well.
She's female.
Yeah,
she's female.
I recognize her face.
In fact,
see her around
so interesting. She's talking now. That is very cool. Look at that one over there.
Isn't that cool of how they blend?
Yeah.
And this one, you can see his lips.
Yeah.
And there's that was the original, like a bit clearer. You can see there.
Oh yeah, look at that.
See, it's very cleverly. I just went off on my own, off the beaten track, around Sherwood Forest.
She is just and she's new. She's
She's very.
Yeah.
She's got a comforting face, like a caring.
Fantastic.
And then there's here
Yeah.
see him. Yeah, with the lip too. And there's a couple more. They're just everywhere you look, they're in the gaps. Yeah.
Yeah, her
But
face
I
though
love
is
that
so
picture.
distinct.
Isn't it just?
Yeah. She, you
And
know what it
actually
reminds me
seeing
of? Uh,
him,
16th century.
yeah.
That's
It's
just
like she's
that's the
leaning on
vibe
the
I'm
tree.
getting.
Yeah. She's sort of pressed against her cheek against the tree.
Yeah.
She's just
Oh, that's far out.
I could feel them all around me. And I
Yeah.
just was taking random photos. And I thought I look when I get home, and that's what I saw. It's like, wow,
I
it's
love this.
amazing.
I love this, Caz.
Now, this is my pendulum, and it had
Excellent.
been in my pocket all day. And when I took it out at bedtime and put it on the blanket, it had tied itself in an infinity loop on its own. And I just had to take a photo of it because I couldn't even tie that if I tried. It was like,
I love
how
this.
on earth did you do that in your little pouch inside my pocket? And it looked so neat. So I just thought that I've got to get a picture of that. These sort of things happen to me all the time.
Just beautiful.
I
I
think that's it.
loved how
Yeah.
you put that together. That's beautiful, hon.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yes.
And there you go. That's what I think our sky is. That's us. And that's
Interesting.
how I see it anyway.
I love it. I can
Yeah.
see that.
So that's it. Thought I
That
had to
is
show you.
fantastic.
Yeah. Do you want your
Wow.
screen back?
Yeah, there we go. I think you have to release it on. That is just the dragon.
Yeah, I'll send you those photos.
Please do. That is
Yeah, I'll
just
send you those. Yeah.
wow.
Here
Wow.
we go. I know.
I'm gonna
Just
see
want
what
to go
everyone says in the
outside and
chat
check the
room.
skies.
This is just amazing.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
Have you
it's I'm just
noticed
trying
the
to see what
sky?
wow. Wow, that the dragon is I'm just sitting
It's
here
mind
just,
blowing.
going, wow, that's just so
You know,
cool.
yeah. It's just you're seeing more and more. If you're paying attention, stuff shows itself to you.
Yeah.
And, you know, you see things that just other people.
So do you see yourself as, an empath, a sensitive? It's interesting. How do you
I've always been open to the unknown, and I've always known there's more than just this. It's just when I was younger, I always used to just stare up at the night sky and think there's definitely something more going on than what they're telling us, because I can tell, I can feel. I can feel you. What is it? What's out there? I used to talk to the sky, and my favourite constellation was the Pleiades, and I'd always try and look for that first.
now as a
So
child, did you have any kind of special gifts?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I had spirit children
bet.
when I was 4. They used to dance on my windowsill.
Really?
It was like, yeah, there's like 4 or 5 of them that were dressed in like old-fashioned clothes, like 1800 style. And my mum used to sit at the top of the stairs and listen to me, and then she'd hear me get upset because I'd start crying or something. Not that I was scared, it was the fact that I thought I'd get into trouble because they're keeping me awake playing. So Mum would come in and go, "What's up, Caz?" I go, "Mum, they won't let me go to sleep." And she'd go, "Who won't?" I go, "Those in my wardrobe." I had this big wardrobe, right? And she'd go, "What, in here?" And she'd open the doors and they'd all be giggling at me. I go, there. She'd go, "Where?" And they'd all be sat in the wardrobe laughing their heads off at me. Because
Interesting.
like Mum couldn't see them. and they used to dance around the windowsill, and they were lovely spirits that wanted to play. They came back to play, and as soon as I started play school, it stopped.
It stopped.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
didn't see them again, but I had them for a long time.
So they were companions.
They were just like kids that had come back to play.
Yeah, yeah.
And they obviously, like the girls had like their big dresses with like the bonnets, like.
Oh, really?
Yes.
How interesting. Wow, that says a lot, doesn't it?
Mm.
So would you say that they were from the 18th century, 19th century?
I say so, yeah. Yeah, because they had their old-fashioned clothes.
Yeah.
And style, yeah. Long hair.
So anything in your teenage years, did you find yourself drawn to
I was always obsessed with it, just obsessed with the like UFOs things and that. Because one time I was staring out my bedroom window and there was this big black cube above next door neighbour's roof. And I was watching it for ages and it was just stationary. And I thought, I need to go and get Mum to show her, but if I go, by the time I get back, it'll be gone. And as I thought that, it shot into the sky and there was this bang. And I thought, whoa, and it disappeared. And obviously that was because it had speed of sound or something, because it went that fast. So I went downstairs to tell Mum, and Mum went, no, it would have been a bird. And as it flew off, next door neighbour shut the garage door. And I was like, what? I said, no, it wasn't at all. But that's what she thought I'd heard and saw. And it was just like, no. Birds
I wonder if you haven't been abducted yourself. I mean,
probably.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, you know, what you were just describing was I think an episode of Missing Space Time.
Yeah, I get missing time.
Yeah.
Especially writing music. I can lose a whole day.
What, speaking of music, why don't you put up one of your songs? So I want to hear people so you can actually hear what Caz has actually composed.
I'll play that.
This is the world premiere, by the way. So
Bell Bottom Boogie.
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay, let me just do share again, don't I?
I love the energy in the song, folks. It's just, as they would say, is far out.
It's energy that just, if it doesn't make me dance, it's not good enough. It's not good enough for you lot to hear. I'm sorry. But I've been dancing all day. I just made a new tune. It's a bit of an addiction I've got now. It's like a...
It's not bad. That's creativity. I mean...
Let me go to this one. One on. Oh yeah, 1 sec. Right, can you see that?
I can. Now, is this on your computer? Okay.
This is my second album, and I've named it Earth Frequency. My first one was called Moments in Time.
Excellent.
And that's got my first 7 tunes I wrote from after Mum died, and basically we're learning. And this is my second album, which is, I've just added the 10th tune today. But I'll play you this one, which I know you like.
It was good. I liked them.
But each tune builds up into a journey, and then it peaks. So you gotta let it peak, because you get just too excited. It's just really, can you hear that one?
Yeah, turn it up. If you can turn it up a little bit, people are saying maybe go all the way. Let's see. There we go. There we go. I'm telling you, I could see myself on the dance floor.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
telling you, I'm just telling you.
This
You,
is
I know it's fading in and out.
it. I'll just let it play to the big bit that kicks in, and then because that's the best bit.
I love this. Are you available to do parties?
Absolutely, anytime.
Yeah. Eventually this will end, and I tell you, Caz, you just this is, I love it. You compose these, right? You actually get in the bass, the everything in there in the instruments, right?
Yeah, I use GarageBand on the Mac. It's the
Mm-hmm.
built-in app. Yeah, and I've just taught myself how to work it.
You're so
This bit,
talented.
this bit makes you boogie.
Mm-hmm.
Get your
I'm sitting
dancing
here digging
boots
it.
on.
We got to get you out there that people know more about. You have a talent.
Thank you. It's all about keeping your vibration and your energy up. This music, it gives me goosebumps constantly. It's like, and my hair stands up.
You're an artist, my dear, a composer.
Thank
It's
you.
just, it's
Don't
far
turn it
out.
down.
Well, I wanted people to hear. Is there another one you like? I mean, you sent me
Can I play my new one?
okay, let's hear the new one.
Yeah, I made this today. I finished it. I called it Funky Trunk because I didn't know what to call it. And my friend had a picture of an elephant that she'd sent me on WhatsApp. And I thought, that Funky Trunk.
I love that.
And
Fantastic.
even the title makes you smile.
It fades in and out.
Yeah.
And it's just bandwidth. Can people go somewhere? You need to put this on a website or somewhere, or
I need to figure out how to do it where people can just come and play it for free.
someone in the chat room, someone listening to this,
Yeah.
I'm sure they can help you with that. Maybe even Brian
Yeah.
over at Milky Way Messengers.
I don't even know how to put it onto my channel because it's.
Now you have a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, I've got my channel, but I don't know how to go about.
You can actually
uploading the
upload it
audio.
on a file. We'll help you get there. And in
That'd
fact,
be brilliant. Thank you.
in fact, you need to send me how people can get to your channel. I have it in my file somewhere, but
Sure.
I'll put that in the description. This will get you on the we'll get it uploaded for you. I'll put it that way.
As long as you lot get to hear it, that's all I'm bothered about.
It's good. I want people to
Yeah.
hear this. I mean, it will lift your energy, folks. And if
It does.
it does.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'll play it in the car just to check how good. That's when I know it's really good because the sound in the car is amazing.
Always
And I
is.
play it and I start singing. I start leaving those no words in excitement because it sounds so good. I'm going down the road.
I love
And I'm
it.
like, whoa. And I'm buzzing, man, by the time I get to work.
And look at this.
It really does lift you.
So much creativity here, Caz. It's just Ah, I love it.
It's an addiction. It's becoming a habit. There you go. I
You
just want
are.
people to be able to just go and play,
Well, I'll
pick
see. I
and
bet you
play.
probably even in the chat room. Let's see if there's, I bet you there's someone in there telling that we'll get you to where your email and people can actually get in touch with you.
Yeah. Do you want your screen back?
Okay. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay.
And
Okay, I'll
folks,
pause that.
I'm just impressed, Caz. So
Thank
much
you.
talent. So much
I
talent,
used to
dear.
DJ this sort of music at outdoor parties in the
Yeah.
woods. For years, I was like DJing to big crowds on the underground scene. And my love for the music and the people was just amazing. And I knew one day I've always wanted to, 20 years ago, I wanted to start writing it because I knew the sounds I would put in a tune. And now I'm actually doing it. And it's
Oh,
took my mum passing for me, for this to start. It's like they say there's a moment for all time for everything. And this is my time now.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I tell you what, the music is what keeps me spirit alive. Yeah,
And it
it
shows.
is. You can get through anything if you've got a tune in your head.
Yeah.
Especially if you wrote it as well. It's going to be good.
I just tell you, yeah, Brian's in the room. Brian, I bet
Hi,
you could
Brad.
probably help her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd
we'll
be
get it up
awesome.
there on your
I'm
YouTube
worried about
channel.
losing it all in trying to get it in a folder and it disappearing somewhere, you know, because
You
that
don't want to do
happened.
that.
No,
See, tell Kaz to email me at davidberry80@googlemail.com.
I've
And
got David Bowes
all
in
right,
there.
we can sort something out with her videos. I can make her vids for them and send them to Kaz, and then she can upload
That'd
them.
be
Excellent.
awesome. Thank you,
See,
Dave. Thank you.
Davey, you are the best. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely. I
Thank
knew
you.
there'd be someone who
You
knew
know,
what they were doing.
Sean McCarthy 86 says he's in a metal. I'm a metalhead, is what he said. Excellent. Brian's going to help you as well. So between
Cool.
everyone
We'll do it
working here,
together.
yeah,
Yeah, we'll
this
do it
is what it's
together.
about.
Yeah.
So Brian, you and David, let's get in touch with her and let's get it out to where she can get this joy, is what I call it.
Yeah, let's get it heard, man.
Yeah, yeah. See,
Really,
it's turned dark where you are, and it's interesting. It shows you folks.
I can't now. I'm going outside in a minute when I finish with you. I'm going to go and
How's
play
the weather
outside.
there? Is
It's
it
really sunny and
yeah?
warm.
Is it warm?
Really warm today. Cold at
Excellent.
night, clear skies.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say to you. Have you noticed how the stars wobble now?
Yeah, they do.
It's like they're stuck on a backdrop and they're going like that. Do you not notice?
Listen, I've stared enough at the heavens, the firmament, and something funky is going on up there. I mean,
I think they can hear my music.
there's a song there, something about the funky sky,
The
because
funky. I called one the full funky moon
yeah, I
because they
saw
made it on a
that.
full moon, and that is good. That is like
I love that.
you can tell it's made on a full moon because of like the big fat bass line in it and the cheekiness.
David says that he apparently he's in quarantine like everybody else is, and it's like, this is a vacation. I got time to do stuff.
It is good for people as long. I just hope, like you say, they don't cut the internet.
Yeah, I hope not. I mean,
I hope not, because that would be really.
I think that you can get so crazy into the different stuff on the internet. It's like the television sometimes that, listen, I think people are rational. I think
Yeah,
countries, unless there's a huge agenda, could be, but I think
yeah.
someone was
I
telling me
just hope
today
it
that
is.
it's like this pendulum, and you can only carry the pendulum so far, and when it lets loose, there's going to be this huge upswing. I hope
Yeah.
that's the case. I really do.
I don't need the internet to write my music anyway.
Yeah,
So
exactly. It's right
as long
there.
as I've got power.
Well, and let's just hope that never runs out.
I get gin in it. I get
uh,
solar. Yeah,
Julianne, you're right. We are connected by telepathy. I found that out with
that's
David and
it.
Brian and a number of people. So, well, Caz,
Ah,
this has been fun, dear.
it's been absolutely brilliant.
It's
I'm
just,
so pleased I got to like show people a few things in the music.
I think you've shared this will be viewed quite a few times, and let me get the your YouTube channel, your contact information,
Yeah,
and so we
sure.
can get that. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
I forgot to send
Carol
you.
Mack says I was too late. Okay. It's like sometimes reading the chat room is like walking in the middle of
I
conversation.
can't read it. I'm not quick enough.
Yeah,
I
it's like
can't read it and listen to you at the same time.
well, I can't. What are y'all talking about?
Yeah.
Well, Caz, you want to say anything before we head out? I mean, I want to say thank you. You have such
Thank
wonderful
you.
energy, dear. You really do.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm
It's a
so
pleasure, treasure.
well,
As I say.
I feel honored that, you're such a quality soul. And there's so many, and it's just fun to bring people out.
You know what, Wayne? I watch you every day. You're my like. It's like I've got you around my house because it's like, oh, Wayne's here in the living room because I see it every day, and you've become like a part of my company, part of me life, and Trina and
Thank you.
Ryan and everybody. And it's, I don't have friends that I go out and see
Mm.
because they're on a different wavelength. And that's why I do what I do.
I
I've got
remember when
friends.
your mom was going through, you were having, and that's where I think our friendship
Yeah.
really became
You
really
guys were
strong.
brilliant. The energy you were sending was amazing.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
got me through. And then I found that stone with the perfect love heart on.
yes.
It was just like this red heart on a stone when I was sort of going, please sort of send me some love of some kind. And I looked down and there's a perfect love heart on this little stone. And I was like, whoa, have you seen it? Can I
Uh,
show it quickly?
yes, please do.
I'll just get it. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
one sec.
Spirits in the night. Hello, everybody. So many people. Carol Mack, good to see y'all. David Barrett, thank you. All the moderators. What you got there? Let's see.
Carry it in
I
here.
love
Here
this.
it is. I found one the same as well. Right. It's this. Can you see?
Yes. Oh, look at that.
That's
Yes.
what I found on the floor, right? And that was love. Love comes in small, tiny packages, but the power is just as strong. And
Yeah.
then after Mum died, I found this one,
Why, look at that.
which is exactly the same sort of shape and
Yeah.
stone, and the Mr. and Mrs.
I love
Isn't it
that.
cool? So you got those. Oh,
Look at that. That's a message. They were talking to you.
one's from Mum and one's probably from Nan because they know I'm not bothered about finding money. I like my stones.
Well, you knew she was going to find a way to tell you.
I've found loads
Yeah.
since. Perfect hearts, they're everywhere. I won't bore you with them all. Just like, but that's another thing, that if there's nothing going on up there, I just look down there.
Jenny Griffin said I'd make a necklace of those. Yeah, they look very beautiful.
I carry them everywhere. Well, they're in
I
my
could see why.
purse.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
could see why.
they're
Yeah,
just
they would make
beautiful.
beautiful that.
I carry this everywhere with me, everywhere.
Yeah,
My pendulum.
I have mine right
That's
over here.
my best buddy.
Is it stay with you all the time?
It sits in my shirt pocket on
Yeah.
my uniform, and it goes under the pillow at night when I go to
Excellent.
sleep. And every evening after work, I get Pendy out and I say, "Oh," I said, "Did you have a nice day?" And it's like, and it goes, "Yes." It about hits me in the chin.
We ought to do a show on that, on everyone who has a pendulum. Thank you,
Yeah,
Brian.
mine gets ever so cheeky, overexcited.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
swing.
I mean, you know, Patrick taught us how to begin to
Yeah,
see the
that's.
importance of what the pendulum will do. You know,
They're just the more you carry it with you, the more it
it
bonds
absorbs
with
your
you.
energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just is amazing.
I have one
It's
sigil that Freighter made for me. That, you know, that thing's got some power. I can't wear it all the time. You know, it's just,
no,
yeah,
right.
it's like
Yeah.
boosh. Okay, well, we've gone over. And listen, we got
Hey,
thanks
sorry.
everybody. I'll get Caz's information put in on the repost of this, and go over there and subscribe to her. And you know, thank you
We'll get
so
this
much.
music on there.
Yes, the duty said he's up and doing the planet videos. I'm glad to hear that.
Brilliant.
I'm happy for Patrick. He had a it
Yeah,
was quite a journey there that he went through. So we
absolutely.
send them our love, and that's what it's
Yeah,
all about. All right,
that's
folks,
exactly.
stay with me,
Thank you.
Kaz. Everyone, thank you. See you
Thank
tomorrow
you,
at the
much
same
love.
time. Keep your head on straight.
Right.
I'll finish the quote out this. Listen, we all are light beings, but every light being has a shadow. And the thing is, don't let your shadow overpower your light. Think about that.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Much love, everyone. Cass, stay with me, and we'll see
Thank
y'all
you.
tomorrow.